Hi, Northwest Hills family. Pastor Josh here, checking in with our Friday Focus video. I recently read this quote from Martin Luther from 1527. He had these words to say about a world that was struggling with the Black Death plague. I want to read these words. It says this. He says, "Therefore, I shall ask God mercifully to protect us. Then I shall fumigate, help purify the air, administer medicine, and take it. I shall avoid places and persons where my presence is not needed, in order not to become contaminated and thus, perchance, infect and pollute others, and so cause their death as a result of my negligence. If God should wish to take me, he will surely find me. And I have done what he has expected of me, and so I am not responsible for either my own death or the death of others. If my neighbor needs me, however, I shall not avoid place or person, but will go freely as stated above. See, this is such a God-fearing faith, because it is neither brash nor foolhardy and does not tempt God." While I am not suggesting that to date what we are going through is anything like what our world went through during the Black Death, we are posed with a very unique challenge of knowing what to do in response to the coronavirus health crisis. Should I be afraid? What's God doing through this? Is God in control? Why hasn't he stopped this? Are people that I know, people that I'm close to, going to die? What should I do? I love how Martin Luther wrote about his situation. The very first thing he did is he prayed, and he prayed, "God, protect us." We know that God can stop all this in an instant if he wants to. In 1 second, God could say done, and it would be done. But Martin Luther follows up his prayer with, "God, if you wish to take me," in other words, if I'm going to die, if I'm going to suffer, God, you could allow that to happen. I've got heaven coming. It will be worth it. But don't let me, in my foolish ignorance and my behavior, be the causes of unnecessary suffering. So as Christians, we do not fear death. But we want to act as wisely as we can to protect and cherish the life that God's given us. It is an absolute gift. And the best way that we currently know how to do that here as a church is to continue to be a church that really, as much as we possibly can, avoids social contact. I know you introverts, you're celebrating right now. Yes, if church could always be like that. Unfortunately, no, God wants us to be together. So we're trying to figure out how to do that in new ways. So we're going to continue to follow the advice given to us by healthcare professionals, and we will continue to cancel our Sunday services on campus until directed otherwise. In response, we're continuing to encourage everyone to meet again this week for church at your house with your family. And a significant change that we are encouraging this week is we're actually asking you to not meet with your community groups. I know this is a big change, but really with the idea of social distancing, trying to get more and more people together in a house is really kind of avoiding that concept altogether. So we want to do the best we can with keeping us away from each other. So this Sunday, we've got a special treat. We have our very own pastoral resident, Elijah Thomas. He will be guiding us through our study in Romans chapter 10. For a couple months, this week, he was actually scheduled to preach. So he would have been up here on the stage preaching this week, but he had to shift gears, and he is graciously kind of leading us through a bit of a study. There's a video that you can see on our website where he'll give an introduction, and then he has helped create the content for that study. Additionally, we're making content videos both for elementary students, preschool students, and there will be a Facebook Live for our middle school students led by Pastor Gary. All this content you can find on the front of our website. It's all right there. And as you're gathering this Sunday, remember, send us your prayer requests. There's so many ways you can do that. You can email myself. You can email, that would be josh@nwhills.com. You can email elders@nwhills.com. You can go on our website, nwhills.com. Click on the top right. There's a little thing that says prayer right there. Hit that up, fill out the prayer form. Also, we would just ask that you would be regular and continue to give, as most of you do who are a part of Northwest Hills. You can do that through our website. You can do it by dropping off a check of the church, or you can do that in the mail. Just a little bit different format as we're not meeting on Sundays. Another big question that we're trying to ask right now, and I know a lot of you have this question because a lot of you have either called me or texted me or emailed me, and we're trying to know, how can we help those in our community who really need help right now while trying to socially distance ourselves from each other? There's a few things that we are specifically doing as a church. The first thing that we're doing is we are partnering with our local school district. What we're doing here is a number of our churches are doing what we can to really fund and supply a supply drive. There are a lot of families right now that are in need. Maybe they've lost a job. Maybe they've got a single income and that income has been reduced. And so we are supplying all kinds of different things. But last week, I know that we encouraged you to go out and buy supplies. This week, a lot's changed in 1 week. We're saying, time out, please don't go out and buy food, buy supplies. We are asking that you would give to our care fund, and that through our care fund, we are specifically choosing a couple of people to then go buy a lot of items just to minimize people getting out and about. And we are delivering food to the school district to distribute to families in need. I'll post a couple of pictures that you can see. We've already started to do that, and that's been really great. Thank you, Hagen family, for starting that process. The second thing that we can do is that through our care fund, we're also poised to help people in our own church and community if you're experiencing any sort of financial hardship right now. Again, if you yourself or if you know of anyone in our church that has any financial needs, please do not hesitate. Reach out to us. We want to do what we can to help those who are in need. You can call us at the church office. You can email us again, josh@nwhills.com, elders@nwhills.com, and we will do everything we can to meet needs. The last thing I would say is that while we are trying to avoid social contact, we really want to promote social connection. So if you're not on our family Facebook page, jump on there. I know I'm not a huge Facebook guy, but I'm going to be doing my best to kind of regularly putting stuff up there and connecting with different people. I'm trying to call people, connect at that level, and then you can also check out our Instagram. It's a great place to connect with people and see some of the different things that are going on. Keep an eye out for some upcoming updates and videos from our pastors, our staff throughout the upcoming weeks, as we work hard to lead our church, to love Jesus, to live like Jesus, to make him known. We'll be sending you some fun videos of things going on around here, some of the things that we're working on. I really think God's doing a unique thing here, and most importantly, God's doing a unique thing through all of us. Hope you have a great week. Stay away. Do not come here. Still love you. Goodbye. Pastor Josh.